Hi, my name is Brent McIver from Our Healthcare. I'm here today to talk to you about the Dash E-Fold. Okay, so the Dash E-Fold is an electric folding power chair. Okay, so what comes with the product is two key fobs. You'll get a cup holder, which will come standard with the product. Also, you will get a 10 amp lithium battery, but a secondary 10 amp lithium battery can be purchased as an optional extra. Okay, the chair is electric folding. Okay, it comes standard with a micron controller, which is up to 4 miles an hour. It is programmable. It has an on-off button, has a horn, and also it has a speed control to control it up to 5 levels, up to 4 miles an hour. The controller can go on the right hand side or the left hand side. You just reverse the two. The location points are already in place. All you need to do is you have some cable tie loops which you need to put on the left hand side if you're moving your controller across to the left hand side. Okay, that's easily done by just fixing it into the holes which are provided. Also, the chair is 125 kilos max user weight with a lifting weight altogether of 25.5 kilos and 24 kilos if you remove the battery. A secondary battery can be put on the chair as for storage, but has to be alternated with the one which drives the unit. Okay, so we'll start off with the front of the chair. Okay, it comes with a standard footboard, okay, with flexibility in the footboard. Also, the seat is 18 width by 19. The seat to ground is 14 inches. But if you use a different type of cushion with a thicker, say for instance 4 inches, you can get extra height. Especially if you're putting a taller person on, you can actually just take this off and just put a different cushion on. We do recommend the cushions from Our Healthcare, which are the gel memory foam cushions. Okay, so they can just come off. You'll get a left out, which is standard on the product. Also, you get a little carry compartment, okay, which can take up to 2.5 kilos. With the carry compartment, you can actually just put just personal items in there, or your charger. Okay, your charger can be charged on board or off board, so batteries can be done either way. Okay, the front casters are solid. Okay, they are 8-inch casters. And also with a curb climb of around about 3 to 4 inches. Okay, with the product, with the cup holder, you've got a cup holder for cold drinks. Okay, so that can be taken off easily if you don't want to use it. You can just put it underneath the seat, or you can just remove it altogether if you don't want to have that in use. You've got flip up arms for side transfers. Okay, so that is an extra benefit, and both sides actually flip up. Okay, with the chair, if I just move it around. Okay, so that's the side-on image of the product. Okay, you get 12.5-inch rear wheels. They are pneumatic. Okay, so we don't do solids. Okay, because it just gives it uncomfortable ride. If you want to infill them to make them puncture proof, that's fine, just with the foam, but that's at your discretion. You have angle adjustment in the backrest, so you've got 3 different angle adjustments there. Plus on this product, you can actually adjust the backrest, okay, to any level, so you can have it at any position. But once you find the customer's optimum position, we have a bolt which screw either side, which you can adjust. So every time they come back into position, that is set for them in their position. So that has about an inch, 3/4 of an inch adjustment on it, so you can actually adjust it. Otherwise, the client can adjust it themselves and just have it in the position which is comfortable for them. Okay, we have 4 buttons on the remote. Okay, with the buttons, you've got an opening. The opening is the A button, and the B button is the closing button on the remote control. And then you have 2 smaller buttons underneath. The 2 smaller buttons, they will do 1 inch increments, like so. It will just do 1 inch at a time, so then you can just adjust to the optimum position. Okay, also the remote has once you finish using it, you can just put the cover over the top. Also, while you're sitting in the chair, do not adjust the chair while sitting in the product. Always keep the cover closed. Either put it in the cup holder or store it away somewhere in your pocket or wherever. Okay, so that's the side. It also has a suspension coil at either side at the front. Okay, so just to relieve a bit of the shock which goes through the chair. Okay, so that's the side of the chair. Now we'll go to the back of the chair. Okay, it has a reverse beeper on it as well. Okay, so on the back of the chair, we have got 2 yellow units. Okay, so those 2 yellow sections there, that's to put it into freewheel if you want to use it manually. Okay, you can actually just push it manually, but when you do push it manually, just make sure you turn it off at the front, bring these up, okay, and then you can just push it around manually. Okay, so if you do run out of charge on the product, it can be pushed like a chair. Okay, so also keep them down in the drive mode when you're charging the product. Always charge the product overnight, just at least 8 hours. Okay, so just charge it overnight. If you're not using the product, make sure you charge it overnight once a week. Okay, has rear casters on it. You have to just make sure those casters are in place all the time, okay, for stability. Okay, in case you go back, it just keeps you from tipping over. Okay, so they are fixed in position. Also, you've got the battery, okay, underneath. That battery is located. It's got sliding thing. It slides in there in place and it connects with the unit. Also, on the other side, you've got a unit for a spare battery. Also, the battery can be charged off board as well. So you've got the socket there, and it just slides in when you're putting it in. It slides in there if you're using it for a secondary battery, or you can keep it off. It's up to you. Okay. So, but you can actually have 2 on the chair at one time, but only one will work at one time, and then you just have to alternate them to make the opposite one work. Okay, the motors are 250 watt motors. Okay, and you've got a 10 amp lithium battery, which is 24 volt. Okay, you'll get a distance of around 10 miles to a charge. Okay, you get mud guards on them also, and you can see the yellow lever here with the adjustments in the back. Okay, now I'll show you the closing of the product. Okay, so you've got your remote, turn it on. Okay, it's 2 presses down to make it go. 1 press won't release it, the second press will release it. Okay, so that's closed up. And then you can bring it up like so, and it can be stored like so. So it doesn't take up much room. Okay, so and then to release it, to open it up, okay, it's just the opposite side. Again, you can stop it at any time by using the smaller button. So you just need to press the button, And you can just do it in smaller increments if you wish. Okay, so that's the mechanism to make it go folding and unfolding. I'll tell you a little bit more about the dimensions of the product as well. Okay, so the total width of the product is 25 inches wide. The total height is 35 inches high from ground to the top of the seat. And the backrest height is 20 inches. The overall length of the product is 39 inches with the footplate down. Okay, so you get a very compact product, and you have the option to have it as an indoor-outdoor chair. You can take it on airline cruise boats, in private vehicles. Also, you've got coaches, and you've got other sort of options with the product as a secondary power chair. So your main power chair may be too big to take out in other cars because you don't have a hoist in those other cars. So you have the option of taking this as your secondary power chair, especially if you're travelling abroad. It's ideal to take on planes and things like that. And also that person who has difficulty closing manual chairs, this is really straightforward by just doing it with the remote. People with arthritis and conditions like that where their fingers can't open things, and so you've got the option with the electric fold and unfold product. Also, when you're travelling on an airline, make sure you speak to the airline first to see if it's suitable to go onto the plane, because of some airlines do not take power chairs. They may only take a 6 amp lithium battery. So just check, especially the ones coming out of America. But European carriers are normally okay, but always check with the airline first. Okay, so we just recap over this product. So it's a 4 mile an hour power chair. It's indoor outdoor. It's 125 kg maximum user weight. The total lifting weight of the product is 25.5 kilos, and it has a distance of around 10 miles per charge. It has 2 key fobs. Okay, the secondary key fob does not work with the product. Okay, you have to pair it with the chair if you want to use the secondary key fob. Okay, and by doing that, you have to, I'll just show you. Okay, there's a little black box under the chair, and there's a little cable which connects to it. Okay, you have to take that cable out, turn it off, and then turn it back on. Okay, and while you're putting it back in, hold any button on the remote, okay, for 3 seconds. Okay, so by doing that, then it will pair. Okay, but only one controller will work. A key fob will work at one time. Okay, so there are instructions for that. If you don't get it the first time, we can always send you instructions on how to program the product. Okay, so this is available now. So it's X stock. So we do have plenty of stock. Also, we can provide you with just a product flyer, which you can put your details on. So that's available as well. Okay, so we do that as a point of sale. Okay, so that's the Dash E-Fold. Any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our healthcare, and I look forward to doing business with you in the future.